you were at Popularity.
How would you define the EP?
Our new EP is the most developed and poppiest and exciting music we've ever done. We really found the genre that we're most comfortable with and just found really who we were and how we have been, pushing the sound for many years. So we feel like it's a really big success towards where we've been trying to go for a long time. And so we're super excited about just getting these songs out there and playing them live. And just can't wait to show everybody.
In terms of sound, what did you hope to accomplish this time around when you went in?
I joined the band 7 years ago, and at the time we were like a rock band. Like still a vocally driven rock band, but it was clearly rock. A lot of just really some good riffs in the music and a lot of complex kind of guitar patterns and just solos and all that, and it was good. But over the years we really developed, and we sort of started turning more into a pop band, like more pop rock. And so a couple years ago when we did our last record, we felt like we had really gone the direction we wanted to, but we didn't go as far as we wanted to. So we pushed far deeper into the pop territory and less rock, so that now I'd call it power pop. So I feel like we've really just gone for a really poppy current sound that we've been kind of chasing for many years. And now I think it's, the strongest and the best stuff we've ever done, and just so current sounding and exciting.
What would you say is the biggest challenge that you had to overcome for this EP?
Well, the things that happened, a few months before we started recording this EP, about a year before we started recording the EP, we got a new drummer, and he really just helped kind of fill out the band and just give the band, he just helped kind of with really shaping our identity and our music, and it just really was kind of a really refreshing addition to the band, where for many years it just kind of didn't feel too right, it didn't feel right. It was good, but when he joined, it was kind of like, there we go, that's how it's supposed to be. Him joining really just gave new life to the band, and the songwriting really became stronger and refreshed, and we just, he's a much heavier influenced drummer, but around the same time he joined, we really were writing even poppier things than ever before, and he was all for that, so it really just, he came in, but he was willing to, hold back his parts, so it wasn't like the harder kind of metal he was used to, and just, it really just opened new avenues to the band.
Now, the band has won a few big music contests. Does knowing how much support you have behind you, is that kind of what fuels you pushing harder?
I think it's been really awesome for us because we've, like you said, we've won a few really big contests that really allowed us to have the resources to push music to the bounds that we have, where you simply can't, without the money, do some of the things we've done, like working with bigger producers and being able to tour to other countries. It's so expensive that without resources pushing you, it's really hard to even dream of those things, because it's just almost unattainable without either resources like we've gotten over the years or a record label give it to you. So it's really just been really inspiring to kind of have the support, and just amazing to have a radio station back us like they have. And it's pushed us to do things we never could have done without the resources that they supply. So it really is the best thing that ever happened to us, and it's kind of added so much. It's added so much to the band that we couldn't have done without it.
With your growing success and popularity, have the expectations and demands that you place on yourself changed at all?
Yeah, I would say for sure. I mean, the more things we accomplish and the more places we go, the more people expect us to come back or to, give them new music or just always being available online, to talk to the fans and just to keep the consumers happy, which are the fans. I mean, with the internet, the stuff goes stale within about a day. Like, you have to continually be updating, statuses, and you have to be adding videos, and you have to be adding acoustic songs, and just keeping them interested and happy is such a challenge. But, we're just so happy to be doing it that, it's just, we're really passionate about making that happen. If that means, you work all day and then you have to go home and just sit on the computer for a couple hours to kind of either do that last bit of design work or to, write that song or to communicate with the fans or to be contacting venues to book. We're just happy to do that because this is what we love more than anything.
Working on tracks, are you ever surprised at how good they become? Are there any songs on the EP that really surprised you?
Yeah, for sure. We did this EP in 2 sections. So we did 3 songs, and then we went back and did another 4 with Jeff Dawson, our producer, in Vancouver both times. And both of those times, we took ideas that we knew were good to him, and he really just kind of pushed us to get everything out of us that we could for these songs, and just really, just under his sort of guidance and producing skills, we made the best stuff we've ever done. And in particular, Turned Around, which is one of the ballads off of it, I think we were all blown away because it was originally going to be an acoustic track on the disc, but after we played it for him, he insisted, like, no way, this has to be full band, it is too good. And I think we all saw that potential, and we were like, well, yeah, it's a great song, but when it actually came together and they started adding, the keys and all the programming to it, and, the vocals, it became so powerful from what it was. And because that song in particular comes from a really dark place. A couple years ago, we were on tour doing our anti-bullying program in the States, in San Diego, and we played this huge high school down there. Actually, where some of the kids from Blink-182 had gone to it, so it's pretty cool to hear those stories from the students, the teachers and stuff. But anyway, we did our program there where we do concerts, and one of the fans that was there watching the show, she, that night after the shows, and it turned out, they found her body about 5 days later, and she'd been murdered. It was real bad. So we were just like, when we heard this, we'd gotten back to Canada, and we heard this, and we were just, overwhelmed with, just kind of like, it kind of just almost wrecked the trip, because we're like, wow, this is just devastating and horrible. And one of the students, this has happened to them. Her name was Chelsea King, and so when we got back and heard this, we just wrote this song in her honor, in her memory, and it's such a passionate song about such a dark thing that we kind of were a part of. And I think it's the best song we've ever written.
Was there a song on the EP that was the hardest to create? One that just didn't want to flow, but you just wanted to finish?
I think they all went fairly smoothly, to be honest. Because we've had trouble with other songs in the past when we were recording other places, but we just have been, so comfortable working with Jeff that I don't think there was really any issues writing any of the songs. I think some of them really changed in ways that we didn't really expect, but for the better. Just like parts were added, and it sort of, at first, it was hard to accept because it sounded a lot different than we thought. But then once we kind of got past that bias, it was just amazing and a lot better.
What's the best part about making music?
We get to, all four of us, we get to creatively, just kind of let it all out and just, we just get to make something that's a piece of art that means so much to us, and it's a part of us, and kind of a part of our journey. So it's just like the most liberating feeling is to create, our music, and just the ultimate form of expression. And then the other half of that is when we get to perform it live. I mean, that's why we do it. That's why we've been doing this so long, and that's why we still love it, is because playing live is, getting to take that piece of art and expression and stripping yourself down in front of people and showing them, this is who we are. This is passionately what's most important to us, and, we're just so glad to be able to show that to anyone who will listen.
At this point, what do you value most about the band?
I value how deep our friendships have all become, where we're like brothers. We're all very different people. We all have different, values and, belief systems, and just, we're all different types of personalities. But I guess we're just kind of blessed to have a band that's so tight and just so respectful of each other and just has fun together. Because there's so many bands that, we just hear stories about, they're recording and they're always fighting, or like some people just weren't even at that part of the process. And we just take pride in the fact that we're a democratic band. We care about each other's opinion, and we all, want each other to be happy with what we're doing. So I guess I value the camaraderie we have, as well as, the creative energy and the live show we put on.
What are your hopes now for your music, and what's next?
Well, we're really excited about these songs, so we're going to start pushing them to radio, to Pitbull Promotion, which is out of Vancouver there. And they're going to, push our music, and then in turn, we'll be just continuing to tour to kind of get this music out there. And, I guess that's kind of the short-term goal, is just get this music on the radio where it belongs, and to, just continue touring as hard as we can to just keep hitting the all-ages scene as widely as possible.
Any final thoughts, anything to say to the Raiders of Popularity?
I want to listen to energetic, happy music that is full of passion and emotion and excitement. Listen to Room for Rumors EP.